Welcome back to WSAV News 3 today at 11. It is Monday. That means it's time to relax, relate, release, and retain information. Ilesha Graham, co-founder and CEO of the Good Life Brand LLC, executive leadership coach, professional speaker, and so much more, so lovingly and generously shares with us. And today's topic, work-life balance is a myth. Say what now? Yes. That's what she said. She joins us now with what were we thinking all of this time? So we have been nibbling on a sham, basically.
Yes, and I feel like I'm hoping that people walk away like, oh, good, because all of us have been chasing work-life balance, and then we feel like we're failing. Why can't I get this right? And why isn't this working? It's like, because it was never really designed to work. I feel like you said we have been chasing a sham, and when we think about it, it's like work and life, we're putting them almost in competition with each other. And that's a battle we're never going to win, because we've got work over here, which should be one part of our life. And then we say, but life. But what does life entail? Your health, your family, your friends, your relationship, your fun, your joy, and all of that has to shrink really, really small for these to balance. And then next thing you know, it's like work has this outsized impact on your life. And then you feel like, no wonder I'm just exhausted, because I have nothing filling me up. Because I have so much weight put in over here with work.
Nothing left to give. And here's that scale for you, because if you're a mom and you have a husband and you have a home and you have older parents that you're taking care of, and then work comes in and creeps in, and you have all of these alerts coming to your phone for everything, and it just consumes your life.
And you see the visual, like all those pieces of your life get really small to balance that out. And then when you think about it, it's not just the time we're at work. Then we're thinking about work before work. We're thinking about work after work. We have work on our electronic devices, so we're checking our email. And so work just begins to creep into every aspect of our life. And then we can't figure out why we don't have work-life balance. And I said, because we're thinking about it the wrong way. When we think about we're trying to balance work and life, we're always going to be on the losing end of that equation. So I like to help people think about it in a different way. And so I can share with you, it's more like your life is a container. If we think about it as this big circle, and all of the different aspects of your life should fit inside, including work. So how do we get to shape our life so that work is just one aspect? It's not competing with all the other pieces of our life, but it is inside our life. It's integrated. And so we have work and family and fun and relationships and all of these things living within this container, and our goal is to integrate them and integrate work in such a way.
That's the word.
Integrate, right? Integrate in such a way that we feel whole, fulfilled, and that work is not crowding out all of the other things that make life worth living, so to speak.
Because when we feel drained, it's because work is a habitual line stepper.
It is. It's always crossing the line. It's true, and we're putting so much emphasis, and we're not being present for the other aspects of our life, because we're letting work and the thoughts of work and the emails from work begin to crowd everything else out.
So you want to ask yourself, how do I integrate things into my life instead of how do I balance it all?
How do I better integrate? And some of that is coming back to just recognizing what is work causing to other aspects of my life to shrink. Like, what is it crowding out? What do I need to be paying more attention to? What do I need to just put some more focus and energy into, so that life and work aren't in this constant competition? And where do I need to put some boundaries around work? You mentioned before about my email, where I said, like, if it catches you outside of your work time, please don't feel pressure to respond, because you have to have other things that are feeding you.
And is that the first thing that people watching should do? What is the very first thing you should do?
I think one is just naming and recognizing it, because we can't fix what we don't name, and we can't name it if we won't slow down to see it. But then this week, pay attention to what is being crowded out. Is it your rest? Is it your joy? Is it family time?
Is it everything?
Are you at the dinner table with your phone, checking email? Wherever you're noticing that your work is crowding out, begin to think about, okay, this is a place where I need to be more present, I need to be more intentional, and I need to shift so that I'm not focusing on work during these times.
So is this more of an issue in today's day and age than it has ever been before?
Oh yes, because remote work, we used to be able to go to the office and then we leave the office and then there's this, there is a line that separates work from home, but now we work from home, and so there is no clear delineation of when work is done, and then the technology, because we have work, Slack and email and Teams and all the things on our phone, so it's in our pocket going with us everywhere. And so if we're not intentional, it will just overshadow everything else because we don't have clear lines of distinction now.
Now we have about 30 seconds left, but what does it look like when we do it right? A unicorn?
First thing I would say is being present in other aspects of your life. When you begin to notice, oh gosh, I'm really present at dinner, I'm really present with my family, I'm really present, I have things that I do that I'm enjoying, you will begin to sense, okay, I'm getting this right. Work is not crowding out everything else. And when I have healthy boundaries, when I can say, this isn't my work time, this isn't the time that I'm going to put energy there, and you can do it without guilt, then you are on the right track.
Ilesha, I love it when you come in. Thank you so much
you for
for
having
taking
me.
this in. You take this in yourself, okay? You can find more information and see this interview again anytime by visiting our website, wsav.com/community corner. Stay with us. You're watching News 3 Today at 11. We'll be right back.